The film opens with a view of the cosmos, eventually focusing on the mystical realm of Asgard, introducing its grandeur and the key figure, Odin, narrating the history of the Asgardians. Odin tells the story of a war between the Asgardians and the frost giants of Jotunheim, highlighting a pivotal battle that ended with Odin's victory and the confiscation of the casket of ancient winters. Transition to the present. Thor prepares for his coronation as king of Asgard, showcasing his prowess and arrogance in a grand ceremony attended by Asgardians. The ceremony is interrupted when frost giants attempt to steal the casket, leading to Thor's impulsive decision to retaliate against Odin's wishes. Thor, accompanied by Loki, Sif, and the Warriors 3, travels to Jotunheim to confront the frost giants, showcasing a battle that demonstrates Thor's strength and the group's combat abilities. During the confrontation, Loki is touched by a frost giant, revealing his immunity to the giant's freezing touch, hinting at his true heritage. The battle escalates until Odin intervenes to prevent further conflict, displeased with Thor's recklessness, showcasing Odin's power and authority. Odin strips Thor of his powers and banishes him to Earth as punishment, where he crashes into the New Mexico desert, discovered by Jane Foster, Darcy Lewis, and Eric Selvig. Thor, now powerless, struggles to adapt to Earth, providing comedic moments, particularly in his interactions with Jane and her team. Meanwhile, in Asgard, Loki discovers he is actually a frost giant adopted by Odin, leading to a crisis of identity and fueling his resentment towards Thor. Loki confronts Odin, leading to Odin falling into the Odin's sleep to regenerate, allowing Loki to seize the throne of Asgard under the guise of a caretaker. Back on Earth, Thor attempts to retrieve Mjolnir, now held in a shield facility, but finds he is unable to lift it, symbolizing his unworthiness. Thor's failed attempt to reclaim Mjolnir attracts the attention of S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Phil Coulson, who interrogates him, further tying Thor's story to the broader Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki visits Thor on Earth, lying about Odin's death and Thor's banishment being permanent, to discourage him from trying to return to Asgard. Loki makes a deal with the Frost Giants, promising them access to Asgard, to kill Odin in exchange for their cooperation in ensuring Thor's exile remains permanent. Heimdall, suspecting Loki's treachery, allows Sif and the Warriors 3 to travel to Earth to find Thor and inform him of the true situation in Asgard. The arrival of Sif and the Warrior 3 on Earth and their reunion with Thor marks the beginning of Thor's path to redemption, as they inform him of Loki's deceit. Thor learns humility and the value of self-sacrifice through his experiences on Earth, particularly through his relationship with Jane and her team. Loki sends the Destroyer, a powerful Asgardian automaton, to Earth to eliminate Thor, leading to a battle in the small New Mexico town. Thor offers himself to the Destroyer to save the town and his friends, an act of self-sacrifice that proves his worthiness to wield Mjolnir again. Mjolnir returns to Thor, restoring his powers and enabling him to defeat the Destroyer, showcasing his renewed strength and character growth. Thor bids farewell to Jane and her team, promising to return, and uses the restored Bifrost Bridge to travel back to Asgard to stop Loki. Back in Asgard, Thor confronts Loki, who has unleashed the Frost Giants into Odin's chamber in an attempt to assassinate Odin. A final battle between Thor and Loki ensues, with Thor trying to stop Loki's plans and save Odin, culminating in a showdown that highlights their contrasting ideologies and abilities. The confrontation leads to the destruction of the Bifrost Bridge to prevent the annihilation of Jotunheim, an act that strands Thor in Asgard, unable to return to Earth. Loki, defeated and feeling he has lost everything, allows himself to fall into the cosmic abyss, believed to be dead. With the immediate threat averted, Odin awakens from the Odin sleep, and Thor is reconciled with his father, though he mourns the loss of Loki, and his separation from Jane. The film concludes with Thor looking out over Asgard, contemplating his future responsibilities as a king and his desire to see Jane again. In a post-credits scene, Dr. Selvig is shown meeting with Nick Fury, who introduces him to the Tesseract, setting the stage for future MCU narratives. The scene hints at Loki's survival and continued influence, as he is seen manipulating Selvig from another dimension, foreshadowing future conflicts.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.